Hello everybody and welcome to WEBfactory 2010. Our first WEBfactory Studio tutorial will guide you through the steps of creating the core element of our work, the WEBfactory Studio project. So the first thing is opening the WEBfactory Studio. After clicking the icon, the first thing you're gonna see is the WEBfactory Studio login window. Well, this window allows us to select our database driver right over here, select the database server, input our user ID and password, select the database and the language. We're gonna leave this as default for now, but we're gonna create a new project by clicking right here on the database option and selecting new database. We're gonna name this database simple, test1. And click New to confirm the creation. Our database is now created, so we're going to click Login to start our project. Once started, WEBfactory Studio is going to ask us if we need this database to be our default database. We're going to click Yes, because we want to use this database as default. Here we are in our first WEBfactory 2010 Studio project. The first thing we need to do in our new database is create a new server. So right-click on the server list under the Signals tab and select New Server. For this example, I'm gonna name the server with a dot, just like this, because our simulation server works with this naming. To add a simulation server, just right-click on our server and browse the server. As you can see in this new window, we have different OPC server installed. For this tutorial, we're going to select the simulation DA server, which is our WEBfactory simulation server. Select it and click Update. As you can see now, the WEBfactory simulation server is available under our server list. To add some signals to our new project, right-click on the simulation server and click Browse Connector. In the Browse Data Provider window, we're going to see our simulation server on the left. If you click it, you can see all the signals that reside inside our simulation server. So these are our simulation signals. To select them all and import them into our project, we can click Select All and Add, but we don't have a group yet. We need a destination group to put our signals inside, so we're going to create one right over here. So just type Group 1 and select Add. Now WEBfactory Studio is gonna ask us if we want to create this group, and we're gonna say yes, we need it. Close the WEBfactory simulation dialog, and right here we're gonna see our new Group 1, and if we select it, all of our simulation signals are gonna be available in our brand new WEBfactory project. Now we have seen how to create a signal group when importing the signals from our simulation server, but what if we need to create another group to split our signals? Well, in this case we're just gonna select the simulation server, and inside the main view we're gonna right-click to bring up the contextual menu and select New Group. As you can see here, the new group is created and we're just gonna rename it. Now that we have two groups created, if we were to import more signals from our simulation servers, when we would select a signal and select the destination group, we can see right over here our second group created. So we can either create the destination groups here, or we can create them using the contextual menu from the simulation server right over here. Now we have all our signals imported in our WEBfactory Studio project, and we have defined our groups, but the most important part is starting the WEBfactory server. So bring up the WEBfactory Service Manager, and right here the first item in our list is the WEBfactory 2010 server, which is actually stopped right now. We need to select it and click the Start button. Of course, we could always right-click on the server and select Start from right over here, but now it is running, so the start is disabled. To demonstrate how the WEBfactory Service Manager works, I'm gonna stop the server right now and go into Smart Editor. In Smart Editor, we're gonna create a small and simple project just to show how starting and stopping the server affects our project. So let's place on our canvas a numeric display, for example, and let's use something more interesting like a speedometer. This looks very nice. So I'm going to place them on the page and center them, and I'm going to use a signal to demonstrate how this control works. So we're going to select right over here. If we click on these buttons, we're going to open the select signal window. So let's choose rand 2 for signal, and we're going to use the same signal in the speedometer. As you can see, we can either select the signal with the signal browser or type the signal name right over here. Click Run to run the project, and let's wait for it to build. Okay, so our project is now built. We can see our small application right over here, but as we can clearly see, we have no values in our controls. Well, this is because the WEBfactory Service Manager has the server stopped. So we can head in the Service Manager, select the server, and start it. Now the server is running, and you can see the signal has values, and we can see the speedometer working and the numbers changing right over here in the numeric display. So this is all for our first WEBfactory Studio tutorial. I'll see you next time when I'm gonna show you more great features of WEBfactory Studio.